Hello, Henry here. Welcome back to the Legion and welcome back to the beginning of the end, or at least the end of the end of the early access, as we are in part 10, and it's only 3 turns, and that is probably down to us having done the siege, and we are still in the middle of in the beginning of the campaign, of the summer campaign. So yeah. What do we have to do? Oh, we can pick another one of our special guys. I think I'm gonna take again this time. What do we take? A brave one? A sword fighter? How about a sword fighter? Let's do a sword fighter again, with a lot of strength, constitution, and quickness, or endurance. Let's do endurance. 3 superior ones. Then we take constitution, coordination, awareness and charisma, and shield. And then he is just bad at the intellect part. He's a bit meh. And here we go. 70. Oh wow, that's just nearly as good as Anicius, as Titus. We are on 68. He's even better than us. And he's now the best one I think we have. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a beefy boy. Strong, endurance, and yeah, he's gonna be, if we can get Octavius Acilius in a fight, he's gonna be a beast. Okay, training, 3 rounds. Not much here we can do. Don't get any strain, that's the most important part. Otherwise, we're gonna train sword and shield here probably. So keep it on. Yeah, let's get shields going this time around. I think we're doing fine this way. And the century, we basically are close to its potential. So how about we go for all baseline? I think all baseline is fine. And we're just gonna train a bit. Let me quickly check. We don't have anything here. No, I don't want to buy it. I want to hear this one. Awareness 2, appearance. Okay. So this one gives us the appearance but loses the special. Fine. Or -3. I still want... Oh, I've got that. Right. Totally forgot about that. That's more. And that's a -2 on the graves. And the greaves. Yeah, we already got one of those. Oh, okay. We are already up to speed here. Hispanic sword. Still the same, all the same, all the same. Okay, nothing. And the italic shield also on the best we can do. Fine. Then what we're gonna do is we give the whole century another good morale boost. We've learned that we need that because morale can plummet real quick, real fast. Next turn. Morale goes down. Next turn, sword and discipline. Yeah, we get our monies and morale, discipline. That sounds about right. Quickly check the morale here. 73. That brings us to high and gives us a +2 bonus. We should keep that in mind. Yeah, nothing much here. We're doing fine. You wait near the Setia for the time necessary to settle the dispute between the 2 aspiring leaders of the Aedui. Not that you might respite after the ordeal of Avaricum, but you know that the longer you spend in this place, the more time the rebels will have to reorganize and drive more people to their cause. It turns out that one of the pretenders, Cotus, has a brother who's been vergobred before him. According to the laws of the Aedui, no relative of still living former vergobred can hold the same magistracy. Caesar decides in favor of the other contender, Convictolitavis, who was appointed by the Druids. With the controversy resolved, the Proconsul demands all the cavalry the Aedui can provide. They must also muster 10,000 footmen, who will take care of defending your supply line. 4 legions and part of cavalry are assigned to Labienus. They will go north to attack the Parisi and the Senonas. Your twin legion, the 12th, is one of the 4. Your 11th will remain with Caesar. The Proconsul will take his force of 6th legion 6 legions to the south towards Gagobir, a major city of the Auvergne Vercingetorix's own tribe. So we're going right for him. Even before you reach the river Allier, you come to know that the army of Vercingetorix is waiting for you on the other side. It looks like they are systematically destroying every bridge over the river. You cannot reach Gergovia without crossing the Allier. There is no alternative route, and you cannot build a new bridge as long as the rebels control the opposite bank. You hear your Primipilus discuss with Viridomarus, one of the commanders of the Aeduan cavalry. According to what they say, the river will be unfordable for a few months down the line. You do not have that long. There are many Gallic leaders who have not joined the rebellion yet. You can be sure they are waiting to see how the situation unfolds. Unless you keep the victory streak going, they will decide that the opportunity is too good to pass up and will throw in their weight in the favor of Vercingetorix. Okay. As you proceed along the riverside, the rebel army follows from the other bank. You stop by a destroyed bridge, one of several you have been seen recently. You notice that the lower supports are mostly intact though. Caesar orders the column to halt and you must camp here near a forested area. The same evening, 2 legions hand over all their standards to 20 cohorts of the remaining 4. You are told that on the morrow, your cohort and the others that receive the standards must divide into 2 groups. The first, arranged as usual. The second will carry the excess banners as if they were theirs. Oh, we're gonna go sneak. And the other ones are gonna wait and they hope the host goes away with us. When you set off in the morning, the distant observer, it would appear that the same number of cohorts as before on the march, but you know that 2 legions hid in nearby woods with Caesar last night. You keep following the Allier southwards as you did during the last few days. The entire enemy army shadows you from the other side, as expected. You encamp anew in the afternoon, many miles away from where you left the Proconsul. Thought as much. The following day you are on the move again. Eventually a lone rider reaches your column and informs you that it is time to retrace your steps. Your quick turnabout seems to surprise the Gauls on the other bank. At long last you come back to the destroyed bridge. It has been rebuilt by the 2 legions that remained with the Proconsul. They have also built a camp across the river. The way to Gergovia is now open to you. Vercingetorix makes no attempt to come near. The last report said that his army was moving fast toward Gergovia, obviously to get there before you. The Gaul is a smart leader. He knows it would not be wise to go all in against Caesar. His cavalry is still superior, but his infantry cannot stay toe-to-toe with you. His best bet is to contain you and weaken you slowly, all while gathering more support and waiting for a good opportunity to sink his fangs in your neck. After 5 more days of march, you come inside of Gergovia. It does not take a military genius to see that you have a difficult task ahead. The city lies on a plateau at the top of a tall hill with rather steep sides. On the large slopes around the walls you see the encampments of the rebels. They look more orderly than you expected, but then again Vercingetorix has already proven unusually mindful of the aspects of warfare. The cavalry protects you as you set up camp. There's a lot of scouting to do. The explorers could use a hand. We could volunteer to accompany one of the teams. Send Paulus Fonteius. What is needed for that? Awareness, was it? Paulus Fonteius has a bit of awareness. Could hold his own. Gnaeus Ennius. Yeah, same awareness. About the same. I think I would send Fonteius. Yeah, because he's also quicker. Octavius Acilius. He's just a beast on the thing, and he's got a bit of the awareness, to be honest. And the quickness. I mean, a way for him to prove himself, maybe? Is that it? But at the same time, we could also use him. Why not use good old Paulus? Yeah, but so he has a lot of bravery. Doesn't have the intellect to... Let's take Fonteius, who is not really that much brighter, I would say. Yeah, let's send Fonteius. Oh, what is this? Temporary send for the current character. Fonteius joins one of the groups tasked with reconnoitering the area south of the city. Caesar's opinion +5. Discretion is essential. Coordination for Fonteius. 62. Yeah, good that we sent him. Perfect. He keeps up with his companions smoothly enough. A bit more coordination. Although he makes a few mistakes, but nothing compromising. The team gathers as much information as possible. Awareness could be just enough. I don't think so. Yeah, it is. With the morale. Look, good that we drank with the guys. Fontea's alertness comes in very handy when it helps the group avoid an enemy patrol. There is a hilltop about 1 mile south of Gregovia. It dominates a brook, a good source of fresh water and one of the main supply routes of the enemy. It is occupied by the garrison, is small. If it is taken unaware before it can recall and reinforcements from the city, it should be possible to overpower it in spite of the ground. At night, Caesar launches a surprise attack to wrest control of the place. The garrison falls quickly, as expected. The commander orders to build a second camp on the captured site. 2 barrel ditches, each 12 feet wide, are dug by the troops to form a protected path between the main camp and the new one. There's still a long way to go, but it's the first step. The monotony of the days is only briefly interrupted by the occasional inconclusive cavalry skirmish on the plain outside. The infantry of the Aedui should arrive soon with your next load of supplies. Oh, they're not gonna come, right? You feel like you've just closed your eyes when they wake you up. It is still dark outside. Caesar's leaving with 4 legions and all of the cavalry. Your 11th and another legion are left alone to protect the 2 camps. You must help organize your cohort. You do not know what is happening. There are rumors of problems with the Aedui who are supposed to be on their way here. Whatever it is, it must be urgent indeed. Normally Caesar would have taken some time to reduce the perimeter of the camp before leaving, to make it easier to defend with less personnel. The gate, Gaius Fabius, has been left in charge. He doesn't look happy as he inspects the rampart. The blanket is too short. The first hours of the morning go by uneasily, but nothing relevant happens. Then you start noticing the movement next to the enemy tents in Gregovia. They are massing a strike force. The notes nobody was eager to hearing out, calling everyone to arms. The largest of the enemy host descends towards the main camp. Another is attacking the secondary bastion, where you have been stationed with your cohort. There are many archers behind a screen of infantry, the former ready to cover the advance of the latter. There are too few of you, but at least your position is strong and defensible. Order a Scorpion to attack the archers. Gives us artillery for the century. 42 plus the morale bonus. That should be... Time to focus on the infantry. Order a Scorpion to attack the archers. Yeah, we're gonna hit the archers. Can't we? Should be. Perfect, just barely, but several boats fall close enough and a couple of them hit the mark. The action of the archers is severely disrupted and they have little effect against your position. Nice. Potential goes up by 1. Gallic infantry is approaching. Attack with your javelins. Do not let them come too close. Archers neutralized, -5. Javelin for the century is 42. Plus morale. Can we hit? We do. There's a sustained trade fight, but your troops prevail. The first wave withdraws, but you can see another getting ready. More work for your artillerymen. They are extremely effective from their vantage point. The attack loses momentum and repelled with little effort. 2 the East Legionnaires in the main camp are having a harder time, but they are still holding the rampart. VErcingetorix sends a few more parties. He stops only when the sun is low on the horizon. Perfect, we did well here. You are told that the legate has sent messengers to Caesar. You will add the balustrade to the rampart tonight, but you do not think you can hold out much longer with just 2 legions. Fortunately, the Proconsul and the rest of the army are back before dawn. The 10,000 Aedui you were waiting for are with them, but when you hear what transpired, you realize that the situation is much bleaker than you thought. The leader of the Aedui force, a high-ranking nobleman named Litavicus, was part of a conspiracy to join the rebellion. During the march about 30 miles from here, he instigated his men to kill all the Roman citizens who were part of the supply train they were supposed to protect. After convincing them that Caesar had betrayed and executed the Aeduan cavalry commanders who were with your army. After that, Litavicus planned to join VErcingetorix in Gregovia. The news reached one of the Aeduan officers who were supposed to have been killed, who in turn informed Caesar. That is why the Proconsul left so suddenly 2 nights ago. He intercepted the Aeduan convoy before it was too late. He sent the cavalry ahead so that they could see their commanders and understand that they had been lied to. It worked and they yielded without fighting, while Litavicus and his accomplices fled to the Avernian city. The worst part is that, according to many, Litavicus is a very close associate of Convictolievates, the new Vergobret, the one who came out on top in the recent dispute thanks to Caesar's support, which seems to imply that the current leader of your best ally has somehow been persuaded to switch sides. Uh-oh. Caesar has spared the 10,000 Aeduan warriors, but now they certainly feel more like hostages than allies. If even the Aedui are plotting against you, the situation is degenerating degenerating faster than anyone suspected. The lingering fatigue is greatly reduced. Fine. We are still doing fine. Not everyone realizes how delicate the position of your army has become, but the faces of the legates and the tribunes during the last few days say a lot. The first rays of sunlight up the plain below. Your sentries tell you that a body of cavalry left the main camp last night for several hours, apparently bound for the distant side of the enemy hill. They were unusually conspicuous for a scouting party. Caesar must be up to something. Soon after, you see a large number of horses leave the far gates below, the helmets of their riders glittering in the morning light. Again, they are directed around the enemy position. Meanwhile, several legions are being massed in your camp. Small groups keep coming from the other base. Their standards and insignia are hidden so as not to be noticed by the enemy. The legate informs you to be ready for action. Apparently, Caesar is doing what he can to convince VErcingetorix that he intends to attack from the north. Most of the enemy army is busy fortifying that side of the hill. The southern slope, the one in front of you, is mostly unmanned now. Right now, you will attack the unprotected tents outside the city, but not Gregoria itself. When the signal is given, your legion rush uphill. The Gauls have built a stone wall to protect their encampments. It is only slightly taller than a man. You must climb it to move forward. Show off your athletic ability. Titus's coordination is not as good as it should be, I would say, to win that. That's way over 60. I think that's more like 65. We are careful and do this. Not impressive feat, but you land safely on the other side. Gauls are completely unprepared and you run their closest camp with ease. Accompanied by a squad, you break into the larger tent of a chieftain. You find a warrior inside, unarmed. His hands are outstretched in surrender. Men are inclined to listen. Your men are not inclined to listen. Stop them. You order to take him prisoner. 2 soldiers will escort him back to the camp as you move on. You spot some gold and silver. Now it's not the time to secure the camp. Stop to grab what you can. Now it's not the time, go and secure the camp. You leave the tent to assume the assault. In a short time, 3 camps have fallen under your control. You see that the legion has stopped below. It must be the 10th, the one led by Caesar in person. The 13th is also behind, garrisoning your secondary camp. You think you have heard something from below, but you are not sure. Anyway, excitement is high after a smooth victory. The scent of easy plunder is too strong, and the remaining legions kept advancing. Competitiveness, perfect. Even from where you stand, you can hear chaos explode in the city. Women look out from the walls. Some of them have bared their breasts and are holding infants. Some are throwing valuables down to the legionnaires. You cannot quite make out what they are shouting, but it's not difficult to imagine that they are begging for mercy for themselves and the children. Avaricum. What is... because you burn it down so hard, right? Gregoria seems to be out of control. Some of the centurions in the front line are getting ready to break into the city, but your formation has been disrupted by the long climb and by the obstacles, which have also taken a toll on your stamina. Then the enemy army begins to rush in from the other side of the hill, and you suddenly realize how dangerous exposed you are. Yeah, so they now tried to get us to be not really aware of what's happening. There's barely enough time to form up a flawed battle line as the enemy infantry moves against you from above. So here we are. 1700 is the target and we're on 1792. Okay. What are you guys? You've got this, that, and yeah, we should be able to do it. Do we get... where is Acilius is here. Do we get the throw? Because the one cannot throw, that's good. And we hit for 21 damage. What is this? High ground, okay. How do they have the high ground if we are in the camp and they are coming around? Did I understand it wrong? I thought they were coming around. We were on the hill, on the south side of their camp. And they had some on the walls, and then they came around from the side. So either we are on the same footing, or they're coming from below. I don't understand. Okay, they're fierce. Do I go cautious? Do I go full on? Head to head here? They're already undetermined. We need to... Yeah, let's get steadfast. Let's get it. Yes. And then we need the momentum on our side. 18. 4. Oh, should we go right into their faces? I think so. Break them early. One momentum is not good. It's not good. Sextus, okay. Sextus against 40-38. That sounds about right. Yeah, we should be able to. Quickness is the same. We should be able to close in and do something here. What is this? Confined space. On the side are wielding a non-pole weapon. If the fighters on this side are wielding a non-pole weapon with a reach longer than 2, they will suffer an attack penalty. If they are not equipped with a shield, they will suffer a defensive penalty. We have both. Adverse terrain. Maximum stance. Okay, yeah, we lost to do the higher ground, 12 points. Okay, fine. But we are close already to some action. He's on quick mode. But I could do a feint. I can't do a feint. I still can't do a feint. Yeah, no, please. Nearly made it. What the? Nearly. You kidding me? You little bastard. Coming in here again with the... Why am I already down again? What is this? Opponent's shield guard. Inferior reach. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go right into his grill again. Oh, this time we did. And now we're gonna go for a strike onto... Yeah, that's bad. How do we not have a better... Do we do a straight knock? Let's try a knock on him. Yes. Yeah, resist and we lose the same amount of stance. How is that even a thing? Head hit? Or nothing? Ooh. Ooh, that was a good one. That should be another one. Perfect, perfect, perfect. He's recovering. Has he recovered everything? Nearly. We can do a trick. Yes. And we can do a hit. Do we go for a head hit? We go for a head hit again and we miss it. Okay, he failed. We now recover, I guess. Yeah, let's recover. And then we try to get nothing here. Oh, I didn't want to offensive focus. I wanted to attack actually, but fine. I think we won that one, and he gets 16 damage. Gnaeus Ennius. How good are you? 50-54 with a good constitution and a 53 quickness. You're slower. Oh, and you've got a good opponent against you. Oh. That's gonna be bad, especially with the bonus to the high ground. The stance is not gonna be that good. How about we do defense beginning? Let him begin. Strike arm is a fail. Recovers everything, okay. Can I... Yeah, well, feint is not gonna do much, but we're gonna try anyway. Nope. Another try. Nope. Why would I even, right? Yeah, intimidated. Oh wow, stop that. Stop doing that bullshit. Yeah, we're not hitting him. In no way are we hitting him in any form. Oh no. Let's try to... damn it. He's gonna recover. Oh, rebound focus. Rebound focus gives me maybe a chance. What is this? Is ready to gain risk balance. Yeah. A superior reach has been denied by an opponent who got too close. Yeah, but that opponent is close, but can't hit him. Let's try a torso hit if we're lucky. Yes. That was luck. Offensive focus, and we see what happens. recovery full and faint, and he gets rid of our... Okay, we did that. Yeah. The trick is also probably gonna work. Yeah, we keep the trick for next round. I don't wanna... What? We must let him on a 9? Really? Really? Yeah. We're gonna do that again. 54. Okay, recovered and a knock. Perfect. Missed the knock. And this is the last one, so we can trick. Yeah. Can try a hit. Ooh, a grace. But it's a victory for us. Yes, but now he's going for his momentum shit. And we did bad, real bad. Look at this. And his rolls weren't even that great. We were just so bad at rolling. Yeah, of course. Of course. He rolls shit and still gets the points. Yeah, of course. Of course he rolls shit and gets it. How I hate you now. Again. Yeah, sure. Man. That's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Let's go steadfast. Let's go try Initius. Oh, if I go back row and this, then it's Pulius and Initius. Okay, yeah. Man, I'm annoyed at this. Okay, can't do this. No, keep that. Get him in the back and see what we can do. Nothing. 1. Yeah, that's bullshit. I call bullshit on that. He's on imbalanced. Okay, he's on 1. That's nothing. He's totally imbalanced now. Our chance to maybe do something. Get Initius to the front. And oh, do we go for a cautious one? Ah, I can't with a... Yeah, that imbalance is gonna be a killer. How about we try to attack him? Yes! And Titus, please. Oh, come on! Okay, then we're going for cautious as well. He's very cautious, we're going for cautious. Oh, he's coming back. You kidding me? Really? Oh, bullshit. Bullshit me. Initius, yeah, thank you. Why are we already out of breath again? Okay, he's not good. Not going the way I planned it. Yeah, we're doing stuff here. Okay, that's a minus on you, and you missed that. And that should be a hit for Titus, please. Titus torso hit, please. Yeah, of course. Of fucking course. Bullshit me. Okay, you missed your 2 as well, but come on, really? Yeah, thank you. And now we have a soft spot hit. No, we don't even have that. Man, is that bad. Head hit. Or barely. Is that for real? Are you for real? You kidding me? How are we just barely hitting him? Come on. Just barely hitting him. That's bullshit. Man, stop rolling so high. Sucker. Finally some hits. Man, that's bullshit. Yeah, of course he's not steadfast and we are bad. Oh, come on. Can we shield push? Does it do much? Gets us better odds of maybe... Let's try it. Yeah, of course. Of fucking course. Bullshit. Yeah, double hit. Oh man, you are bullshitting me. Please. Oh man, that was bullshit. I call so bullshit on that. Oh, wait a minute. I am on someone on the door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Man, this game. The rolls in this game. It's bullshit. Really. Yeah, of course. 1, okay. 30 fucking damage. How are you doing 30 fucking damage in one go? Please. Can we do the momentum swing here? Go for fears. Come on. Finally. And now the hits, please. Yeah, finally. And no hits, of course. Yeah. He's on steadfast. Does 2. We are still getting it. 23 damage. Yeah. Don't like how this whole fight is going. It's not great. Okay, that's a 3. Yes. Yeah, why should I expect something else? Okay, he tried his best to do something. Yeah, we are still not hitting. We are on imbalanced now. Let's go cautious with you in front and once, please once. Yeah, thank you. All I needed. It's also cautious, so nothing's happening. Now we can put in a steadfast again with a front of Initius. And that's the one momentum we needed. And that's the bullshit we didn't need. And now he's very cautious, okay. You know what? Fine. Fucking fine. Oh, we just barely did it by 8 points. I didn't watch the... Oh man, that could have been bad. I didn't watch the timer. I thought we had 1 or 2 more rounds in us. Gallic cavalry is threatening the formation on your left flank, which is quickly retreating. You must do the same unless you want to get crushed. At the same time, the units on your right have been upset by something you cannot see. Gauls give you no quarter and harass you as you retrace your steps downhill. But that's what I mean. We are going downhill now. Did they come from the top, from the sides? Why did they have a height advantage? I thought they came not from the city, but from the sides. Anyway, you hear the voice of the Optio as he tries to prevent panic from spreading. Paulus Resius, yeah, no way he's gonna do that. Does not succeed. You ensure the raid region remains under control. That's our charisma. The troops love us. Our charisma is great. We should do it. Yeah, you men seem to be listening to you. You keep moving towards the foot of the hill. Discipline 46 plus the 2. No, we're not getting a bonus now. We're on just 46. That's a 50. I don't think we have it. Yeah. Lose 3 men, really? Oh man. 10th steps in to ease the pressure. 13th must have been called from a minor camp as you fought near the walls of the city and now threatens to advance Gauls from your left. They buy the rest of you enough time to reach a plain and group to form a barrier. Satisfied for the defeat they inflicted on you, the Gauls are moving back toward the top of the hill. It is over for now. Too many casualties? What? Has a lot of men. If they drop to 25 or less, you will receive reinforcements at a very high cost in terms of reputation rating that are not in the middle of a fight, and Caesar's opinion is not negative. If below 15, it's game over. What? How many have we? 47. Yeah, can I get replenishments? I mean, we are a few years in. Why don't I get more replenishments? Are you kidding me? Why am I not getting replenished? What is this? I would even take the replenishments at the cost of reduced stats. Yesterday's debacle has cost you 700 men. 46 of them were centurions like you. Caesar summons the army. He will deliver a speech. Morale is down, morale is down. Sentry is still content, that's good. Despite the distance, his voice comes through strong as he lectures you all for disobeying his orders. You are supposed to stop at the enemy camps, but you have let your enthusiasm take control of your actions. You ignored the instructions of the commander and the call to retreat. You have found out the cost of engaging an enemy on unfavorable ground. He admires your courage, but courage alone does not make a worthy soldier. Self-control and discipline are essential. Would have loved for my restriction on looting and stuff for my troops to be also a bit more like the example I've given and stayed a bit more back. Would have given us maybe an advantage here. The key concludes by exhorting you not to lose heart. You've been defeated because you fought under forbidden conditions, not because your enemy is superior. True. After the words, he leads you out on the battle formation. He's overly daring to Gauls to attack you here on the plain in front of Georgia. You wait, but the Gauls do not make any move. The following day, he repeats the challenge again. The Gauls do not abandon the vantage ground. 4-4, and fatigue is greatly reduced. That's good. We are now not fatigued anymore. Great. And the sentry is on content still. VErcingetorix is not a fool. Despite the recent losses, a pitched battle is still too much of a gamble. Caesar has also another aim, to diminish the victory of the Gauls in front of their own eyes. The recent years have taught you a lesson in war. The perception you convey to the enemy is more important than reality. You break camp and leave Georgia for good. The city is impregnable to you, and the Proconsul cannot afford to waste time. At dinner, you discuss with Mavius and a few other friends of yours. This retreat will have repercussions. More tribes will be encouraged to join the rebellion. As for Caesar's opinion right now, the province of Gallia Transalpina is very close, beyond the Cevennes to the south. The thought of finding refuge in Roman territory must be tempting, but it would imply abandoning Labienus and his 4th legion in the north. Such a thought is not even worth considering. The other possibility is to march north and rejoin Labienus. Together, perhaps you will stand the chance against the storm that is about to be unleashed upon you. Perhaps. You reach the river Allier in just 3 days. You find another broken bridge. It must be rebuilt, but you have not been asked to provide your engineers. Send them anyway. They can help a hand. Yeah, they are experienced and can be trusted. Their contribution is appreciated. You cross the new bridge as soon as it is serviceable. Now that they are close to their homes, the Aedui parts with you. You have heard that their cavalry commander asked Caesar for permission to leave, to hasten to their land and prevent it from joining the rebellion. Proconsul let him go. Nobody thinks he trusts him anymore, and it would make little sense to keep him with you. You continue your march north. The rumors you hear along the way get worse and worse. There's an Aeduan city called Noviodunum. Another Noviodunum. The name is so common because it means new fort in the local language. This Noviodunum is especially important because it is where all our Caesar's hostages are kept, or rather were kept. As expected, the Aedui have openly joined the enemy. They massacred the garrison in Noviodunum and all the Roman merchants. They stole their goods and took the Gallic hostages to their Vergobret in Bibricate. They also took care of burning the entire town to the ground, just in case it fell in your hand. So Bibricate, we know. The cavalry scouts find a viable fort on the river Loire, and you use it to leave behind the territory of your former allies. Your stock will not last forever, and you have no reliable supply lines. You must forage for food. Oh, so we're going for the forage again. Resource plentiful, dangers are low. Then let's go long distance, and a very dangerous, and stern. Next turn. Ambush. Fuck off. Arrows start falling all around your party until you have been in danger on this ground. Your path you choose provides better cover than the alternative. You alerted your men moments before they attack. As usual, your gear marks you as an especially interesting target. Range defense on... where we at? There, 56. I don't think that we have it, to be honest. Oh, just barely. Hit your shield, you manage to lead your men out of danger, and that's good. Discontent is up, we're going for hazardous, and we're going for still long distance. Should be fine, okay. And now we're going for medium, and disposition clement, and that should keep it at that here. To collect less supply for individuals when it has significantly decreased, humanity has increased, fine. No consequences. Find additional supply increase, the truthful, the more you like is okay. This content is significantly increased. This content is increased by a tiny amount. So go for a short distance. Yeah, that gives us a bit back, a bit back, a bit back. And now we need to fill it up to half. Perfect. And then we can just push. I think. Let's go for a long one with danger. Ambush again. Yes. No, we have it. Good. Fine. Okay, we now need to get this one down. Only the moral penalty is applied. Okay, let's get this down to safe again. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, and we are good. Fine, fine, and fine, and we did our thing. Done. Okay, let me quickly see the time here. 40 minutes. I'm gonna save. So I saved because I am not quite sure how long this part is gonna take, to be honest. We're on 40 minutes. So let's see where it takes us. Labienus rejoins you. His campaign against the Parisi achieved some tactical success, but overall the scenario is not good. The Belowaki, the largest of the Belga tribes, kept out of trouble for 5 years as long as their hostages were in Caesar's custody. Now they are preparing for war, although they have not taken a part in the hostilities yet. Despite the bad news, it feels comforting to be reunited with our brothers in arms. We get a bit of morale. Besides his 4 legions, Labienus brought back the new recruits from the Italic Peninsula that arrived with Caesar this winter and had been left behind to guard the army's baggage train. Informers, deserters, and scouts keep you reasonably aware of the enemy's activity. Did we get new troops? Don't know. VErcingetorix went to Bepricate. The Aedui tried to snatch leadership of the rebellion from him, but he outmaneuvered them. A great council was held with all the rebel chiefs, and by unanimous decision the Avernian king remained a sole man in charge. The Remi and the Lingones did not participate, they are still loyal to Caesar. Surprisingly, the Treveri are also staying out of this affair. They are too busy dealing with Germanic raiders on their borders. Good. VErcingetorix is collecting an impressive cavalry force, but no additional infantry for now. He wants to isolate you, to strangle you day by day. Since you are cut off from Rome and its provinces, Caesar seeks reinforcements from beyond the Rhine. The Ubi, the Germanic tribe, under his protection provide horsemen and light footmen. They are fearsome warriors, their presence intimidates even some of the soldiers, but their horses look diminutive and inadequate, not even close to the powerful steeds of the Gauls. Caesar's remedy is unexpected but effective. He requisitions the horses of his officers, of the Roman knights, and of his re-enlisted veterans, the Evocati, and gives them to the Ubi. What your cavalry lacks in numbers now it makes up for in prowess. It is learned that VErcingetorix has sent detachments to raid Gallia Transalpina. You are on the move across the friendly domain of the Lingones, skirting the eastern borders of the rebel territory in an attempt to bring relief to the beleaguered provinces of which Caesar is governor. Bepricate, the Aeduan main city, is about 100 miles to the south. VErcingetorix is still directing his operations from there, and you are under no illusion he will not let you pass unmolested. As if in answer to your concerns, word comes in that the bulk of the rebel forces, led by their commander in person, is marching towards you. Last night they were reported to be only 10 miles from your camp. You set off half expecting VErcingetorix to employ his usual dilatory tactics, but after a short time the scouts protecting your flanks launched the alarm. You hastily form up to protect the baggage train while your cavalry engages the enemy counterpart. As the fight goes on, it becomes clear that they are too severely outnumbered to hold out on their own. At least one the side you can see the enemy is attacking from several directions. Your cohort is ordered to advance along many others to sustain your horsemen. There's no sign of enemy infantry. They are counting on the speed of their mounted forces to overwhelm your column. You get close to the heart of the fighting, leaving small corridors for your own horsemen and closing them when the enemy approaches. It is difficult to maneuver to execute under such pressing conditions. Discipline is 46 on content. Yeah, we're not having that. Yeah, figured. The men do not always execute it smoothly. They leave small gaps in line that might be exploited. The enemy belt you to disrupt your formation. We have gaps. Discipline and range defense. Yeah, fuck that. The Ubi riders are well visible on the nearby crest on the right. You have dislodged a numerical superior group of Gauls and are pursuing them toward the rebel camp. This provides a domino effect over the battlefield as panic propagates to the other enemy units. Nice. Your sentry is no shape to press the enemy. The more time goes by, the more apparent it becomes that VErcingetorix Emperor has backfired. His whole army is withdrawing. Caesar doesn't miss the opportunity and gives chase, relentless. You do not know how many men the rebels have lost today, possibly a few thousand. Okay, still going. A brief chase takes you to the territory of the minor tribe called the Mandubi. VErcingetorix and his army have withdrawn to the local town of Alesia. Unsurprisingly, the dominant hill on which Alesia stands makes it easy to defend. Two rivers border its sides. There's a plain next to the hill about 3 miles long and similar elevations around it. You have cornered the rebels and their leader, but their refuge is way too impervious to storm. Caesar orders to envelop the place with a massive fortification line. Ooh, we're helping. Difficulty 5. Ooh. I'm not even sure we can provide superior quality here, to be honest. Let's see that. That's once, the twice, thrice. Yeah, but no, wow. We are not even hardcore. We don't even have enough. Yeah, to. Oh, we're just barely outpacing it. Wow, we need some extra rolls, please. Fuck. Why am I not getting any extra rolls? Yeah, there they are. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Push the man. Oh, just for the bonus roll. Oh no. Oh. Got the bonus roll on the last one, barely. But we got it. Oh wow, that was a difficult one. Yeah, continue. The enemy army is camped on the slope of the hill outside of the town. They have dug a ditch and put up a 6-foot stone wall to protect themselves. Your work are suddenly interrupted when a massive cavalry skirmish erupts on the plain. The horsemen seem to be in deep trouble, and the legionnaires are urged to interrupt their activities and form up. Caesar's Germanic auxiliary join the fight, and the balance is shifted. The rebels start a retreat and are chased by the Ubi up the trench. Many jostle towards the narrow gate of the encampment to disastrous effect. You are ordered to make a small advance, causing even more panic among the Gauls. There is no need to press the attack. The cavalry skirmish has caused enough damage to the other side, and above all, they are confined in a town that was not prepared to withstand a siege. Food is going to become a serious problem for them. More days pass. Your 11-mile circumvallation is almost complete. It is massive. There are 23 redoubts placed at strategical positions along the perimeter. The enemy has drawn within the walls of Alesia. The former camp has been abandoned. Victory seems within your grasp and morale is high, but all the positive effect is lost when a centurion of the first cohort comes to brief you after a war council. You can see from its expression that there have been developments, and not of the pleasant kind. You are in much bigger trouble than you were ever expected. Situation in Alesia is hard, you already know that. A bunch of deserters left the town yesterday. They had important information to trade in exchange for pardon. The rebels have found a weak spot in your still incomplete encirclement. A few nights ago they used it to sneak their entire cavalry out. Each of its components would reach their own tribe and gather as many warriors as possible to come back with a relief army. VErcingetorix and his besieged force have enough food for 30 days, more with the strict rationing they have just enforced. Such a gigantic task will undoubtedly cause heavy organizational and logistical issues for the Gauls. There is, after all, a reason why VErcingetorix didn't mobilize more infantry when he had the chance before. The Gauls cannot field such a huge army for a very long time. You remember how a similar attempt ended up during your first war against the Belgae. Everyone who was around back then still does. But even so, pinned here as you are, your 10 legions and a few thousand auxiliaries will be facing the combined power of nearly the entire Gallia. That's the last fight, the last stand. You must inform the men. Be direct, no embellishment. Charisma is tell them that they are about to write glorious chapter in the history of Rome. Yeah, do we have this? We are on 78. That looks to me like more than 3/4. And more than 3/4, so I think 75, 76 plus 2, 78 is not gonna cut it. Are we going for it? Are we going for it? That should give a morale boost. We definitely got this. The base we got. But this... Intellect, I would have said yes. But this one, like this, about is half. Let me see that. I think that's over 75. We're gonna try it. Yes! Barely, but we did. At the end of his speech, they are so fired up they seem to have forgotten all the hardship they went through since last winter. Ooh, that pushes us to content. Close. Close. Close to the bonus, but well. When the circumvallation is finished, Caesar orders to reinforce it with multiple ditches and traps so that less soldiers are required to defend each segment. The enemies stuck in Valesia perform an occasional sally to damage and delay your efforts, while more and more of the workforce is needed to comb the surrounding land and bring in vital supplies for the next crucial weeks. Oh no! The traps and turrets. Time is short and part of personnel is busy elsewhere. Difficulty 5. Yeah, let's push. Come on, give me a bonus. Yeah, there's a bonus. 4, 5. Bonus is good. Bonus. Yes. More bonuses. Oh, yes. We can get 1 superior quality in. And now we can push. Push through. Yeah, we're doing good. I'd rather finish it than be in trouble. Yes. Very good. Let me save that again. And we're back. I wanted to see a summary. And we're still in 46. Okay, we didn't get new recruits. Your troops have just finished preparing a set of nasty traps, dubbed lilies, made of expertly concealed stakes as wide as a human thigh, which fire-hardened tips disposed like the dots of a quincunx. What is a quincunx? Let me check that. Okay, I understand. Quincunx. That is a 5-pointer. So, imagine like what is this? A dice. The 5 on the dice. That's a quincunx, or how it's pronounced. So quin von quintus for 5, or is it? Yeah, should be. So yeah. So imagine the dice with the 5 points, and that's the how these are disposed, or how they are built. You observe the impressive set of fortification around you. The legions have dug a large trench between the hill of Alesia and the plain at its foot. It is 20 feet wide and just as deep, with side perpendicular to the ground. 400 feet behind the trench there are 2 more ditches, as deep as the first and only slightly narrower. One of them has been filled with the water of a nearby river. Then there is a 12-foot reinforced rampart. Where possible, turrets have been positioned at 80-foot intervals. On the ground, several layers of dirt, different kinds of traps await the hapless sallying Gauls. When the circumvallation is completed, Ceasars orders the construction of another external line all around the first, while the latter was built to contain the besieged. The former will protect you from the onslaught of the relief army when it comes. The work is still in progress, but your men are also tasked with foraging. No enemy forces have been observed in the surrounding area yet. We help out and go with them. There's not much left for many miles around the siege work. You have to get quite far in order to find some provisions, but you face no danger. Good. More weeks go by. The formidable external line protecting the circumvallation from outside has been completed. Meanwhile, it has been confirmed that the Gauls are assembling a huge army in the country of the Aedui, formed by warriors from all over Gallia. Of this, VErcingetorix and his men in Alesian know nothing. Although the outer fortifications must have given away that you are expecting unfriendly visitors, their sorties are getting weaker and increasingly rare. You learn what is happening inside the town by the occasional deserter and prisoner. They are almost out of food, and some of the tales are sickening, even by the standards you are used to. In a recent assembly, one of the chiefs proposed to sustain themselves on those who are not useful to the war effort. Ooh. VErcingetorix seems to have opted for a different solution, although it is hard to say whether it is any less cruel. The women, the children, the elder, and the sick are ousted from their own town, so as to have less mouths to feed. Some of them approach the bastions imploring to be taken in, even as slaves, as long as they are not abandoned in no man's land to starve. But Caesar's order is strict, as they are mercilessly. Nobody must be allowed entry. Ooh, that's harsh. Caesar and VErcingetorix see the steps that take them closer to their purpose. Those caught in the middle are beneath their notice. You look at the displays from afar, you cannot see their faces from a distance, but it's hard to pretend that they are not there. So they are now in the no man's land right between our fortification and the city, and they're just gonna be stuck there without food and stuff. It is reported that the enemy relief army has been on the move for a few days and will be here soon. There's an unnatural silence at camp and on the ramparts. You have done all you could to prepare for what is to come. You will soon find out if it's enough. So we are nearing the finale here. Yeah, okay. They are coming. The first to spot are the bands of mounted explorers. Then the infantry arrives and starts taking positions on the hill to the southwest, about 1 mile from your external fortifications. More and more keep turning up. You have never seen so many war banners at once. Not even a Belgae coalition you faced long ago could field such an impressive force. The next morning they deploy their cavalry on the plain. It doesn't look as impressive as their infantry. It is still large, but barely more than half the force VErcingetorix had before he tried to ambush you many weeks ago when he squandered his advantage. You look at Alesian and see that the besiegers are enthusiastically leaving their walls and occupying the slope, ready for action should things start looking good for them. At midday, Caesar sends out his own horsemen. They are outnumbered as usual. A series of skirmishes break out, but the enemy is using teams of archers to support their horses, and they are being painfully effective. Sundown is approaching when a charge of the usual Germani creams a section of the enemy force and causes a general rout. The archers are caught in the open and massacred. Ooh, nice. We are on high morale now. The morrow is uneventful. There's a hill northwest of Alesia, too wide to be embraced by your fortifications. Your perimeter crosses part of its slope and faces uphill towards the exterior. This is by far the most vulnerable section of its defensive line. 2 legions, almost 1/5 of the heavy infantry available, are guarding it. The Gauls outside have not seen it yet. If they learn about it, they will strike as hard as they can. You are still awake when you are called to your battle station in the middle of the night. You are deployed on the northern side of the circumvallation, less than half a mile east of the weak section. The enemy is up to something, but it's dark and you cannot see little. You have powerful war cries on the southwest. After a while, as in response, you glimpse shadow moving down the hill of Alesia. Your own position is not under attack. Battle noises can be heard all night long. Yeah, but we have to stay, because if we go away, they come to the weak point. The illuminating fires of the inner defense line show that none of the Gauls from the besieged town have managed to come close to the rampart. You can only see movement in proximity of the first ditch. The eastward sky is brightening up and the sounds gradually subside. The enemy is withdrawing. The attack has failed. The assault from outside was heavy. The enemy had used the break of the day before to prepare fascines with which to fill the trenches, ladders, and grappling hooks to overcome the rampart. There were a lot of casualties on both sides, but the defenders held firm. On the inside, the Gauls were delayed by the ditches and the traps. They could not launch an effective strike. It appears that the lack of food is affecting them. Nothing relevant happens the following day and night. The time is on your side, but you are all aware that there's too much at stake. The Gauls will not surrender without launching a full-scale attack, and you must be on guard at all times. You are at your usual station. Another morning went by quietly, and the sun is high in the sky. You see distant pillars of dust suggestive of the enemy cavalry taking position on the plain. Your suspicion is confirmed when you climb to the top of the closest turret. The Gauls on the outside are making their move. Almost reflexively, you turn slightly to your right. You notice movement. Human figures, filling the crest of the northwestern hill about 300 paces from the vulnerable perimeter. This is it. The proverbial Achilles heel of your defensive works is no longer a secret. They must have left their camp last night to circumvent the hill. They probably rested on the other side during the morning. With a tremendous roar, the Gauls begin the descent. The 2 legions stationed there must hold the position for now, but the ground is making their job very challenging. A few of the Gauls fall victim to the first line of traps. The rest become a lot more cautious. The delay is only temporary. More are coming from the top of the hill, a lot more. It looks like they are tossing earth over the traps to neutralize them, and they are gaining ground slowly but consistently. At the same time, the western side of the line, the one facing the plain, is also under heavy attack. You turn toward Alesia to the south. VErcingetorix is leading his army out of the city gates, ready to give a hand to his rescuers. There's an attempt to attack a sector close to you. The enemies are about 80 paces from your scorpion, maybe a little too far for accurate shots. Check. Have your artillerymen engaged them. 42 plus 2 equals 44. Try it. Yeah, no. They are only wasting precious iron bolts. Many sections of the inner and outer defense are facing difficulties now, but the situation that the fortifications west of your positions, the ones facing uphill, is the worst. Caesar has sent 6 more cohorts to reinforce the 2 legions. After some time, a messenger reaches you from Labienus. He's in charge of the ailing sector now. He is gathering all the cohorts that can be spared to defend it. Your legate sends yours and a few others, since the pressure is much lower here than elsewhere. You form a column and march at a speed towards the exposed hill until you reach a trace of the slope between the outer and the inner defense. Let me get the mental picture of that. You form a column and march at a speed towards the exposed hill. So we're going in between our defenses, of course, until you reach a trace of the slope. So the lowest part between the outer and the inner defense. Yeah, you stop and shift to a line formation. You do not know how many more cohorts have arrived. From what you can see, more than 10, maybe 15. In front of you, the other bastions are close to breaking point. Behind you, the inner line is still containing the assault from Alesia. So we could probably help out. Ooh, what would be the best idea here? Swing in and get the Alesian part gone and then turn around all to the outer part? Or we go in and bolster the inner part, the outer part, to keep them from breaking through, and the inner part is safe? Ooh, difficult. In a pinch, I would say we reinforce against the weak inner Alesians and their sally, and then we kill them or get them to turn around, and then we turn around and get to the north. But let's see what happens. Fortifications to Hilltop are abandoned. They cannot be held any longer. The Gauls reform their ranks and advance beyond them. Oh, okay, it's already that far gone. On this ground you are at a disadvantage, but if you do not stop them, they will be able to attack the defense facing Alesia from behind and break siege. Or would be lost, not just the battle. Okay, so we're going to the main part, of course, okay? A wave of spearmen, a little disarranged because of their obstacles, descend toward you. You are outnumbered and you expect more enemies to come forward, even if you beat these back. You must be careful with how you spend your energy and that of your men. Oh boy. Here, editing a handle here, I continued recording stuff here, but it's gonna take a while. There's gonna be a fight coming. It's gonna be longer. We're already an hour, so rather than just making this one again a really long one, we are keeping the fight to the next one, and then we plan on finishing this series, or the early access at least next week. So that was a lot of story stuff with a few things here or there, around an hour. And I think it's time that we take a look at the map for now. So you can see quite some things have happened. And let's begin with the first one, that is Caesar coming in, taking some legions, and moving up to Avaricum. And then he sent out Labineus to Paris against the Parisi, that's the one thing. And we went out on our own quest with Caesar to Velonodunum, Cenabum, then to Noviodunum, the new Noviodunum, or the other Noviodunum. Then we went down to Avaricum, that's where we started this episode with the siege and stuff. Then we went over to Gorgobina and Desetia, and then we marched way down south to Gergovia. And this one was well defended and all that came with it, so nothing happened here. And Caesar gave the order to retreat, and that's exactly what we did. We went back. And then we collected Labienus, and then also VErcingetorix came up to Bibricate, that's right here, and he started to, it was called to raid Transalpina, Gallia Transalpina, and what we did is we followed him. It came to a few clashes here or there, and in the end we came down to right here. There's a single fight, and then there was Alesia. And in Alesia is where we're at right now with the siege. And that's where we continue next time. So this time a bit of stuff, next time fighting. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.